Almost everyone has experienced procrastination. Whether it's studying, completing a work project, or even a small responsibility like tidying up a room. Even though we know the task is important, we keep delaying it, ultimately facing more stress and pressure. But why does this happen? Why does our brain tend to avoid important tasks and gravitate towards simpler, less significant activities? Is there a way to break this habit and get things done on time? In this video, we will first explore the scientific and psychological reasons behind procrastination. Then, we will learn practical techniques to combat it, and finally, we will discuss strategies to build better habits and take control of our time. If you want to break free from this vicious cycle and complete your tasks with motivation and without stress, keep watching. Why do we procrastinate? Perfectionism and fear of imperfection. Perfectionism is one of the biggest causes of procrastination. Many people believe that if something is worth doing, it must be done perfectly. This mindset makes even starting a task feel overwhelming. How to overcome this issue? Instead of focusing on perfection, focus on progress. Allow yourself to create a rough first draft without worrying about quality. Use the 80-20 rule. In many cases, 80% of results come from 20% of the effort. Lack of motivation and disconnection from personal goals. Sometimes, we procrastinate because we don't truly understand the purpose of a task. If we don't see how it impacts our future, it's natural to lack motivation. Solution: before starting a task, ask yourself, why is this important? Use the 5 whys technique to uncover the real reason behind the task. Fear of failure and lack of confidence. Many people delay tasks because they are afraid of failing. This fear prevents them from even starting, as they worry that the results may not be good enough. How to overcome this fear? See failure as a learning opportunity rather than a setback. Break difficult tasks into smaller steps to make them more manageable. Distractions and lack of focus. The modern world is full of distractions, from social media to constant notifications, all of which steal our focus. Solution: create a dedicated workspace for your tasks. Use apps that minimize distractions. Try the 10-minute rule. Tell yourself you'll work on the task for just 10 minutes. Practical techniques to overcome procrastination. The Pomodoro technique. One of the most effective methods to improve focus and reduce procrastination is the Pomodoro technique. How does it work? Work for 25 minutes with full concentration. Take a 5-minute break. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break. The 80-20 rule. Pareto principle. This principle states that 80% of results come from 20% of efforts. By focusing on the most important tasks, you can increase productivity significantly. Checklists and daily planning. Identify 3 key tasks to complete each day and focus only on them. Break large tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Eat that frog method. Start your day with the most challenging and important task. Once it's done, the rest of the day will feel much easier. Make it easy to start. If you want to work out, just put on your workout clothes. This small action often leads to completing the task. Procrastination is not just a surface-level problem that can be solved with a simple technique. This behavior is deeply rooted in our beliefs, habits, and way of thinking. Many of us genuinely want to complete important tasks, but lack the motivation to start for various reasons. The key to overcoming this issue lies in shifting your mindset and building new habits. One of the main reasons procrastination persists is our self-perception. You may have told yourself things like, "I always procrastinate. I'm a lazy person. I can't focus on a task." These statements might seem harmless, but they deeply influence your behavior. When you see yourself as a procrastinator, How to fix this? Create a new identity for yourself. Instead of saying, "I'm a lazy person," say, "I am someone who gets things done on time." Focus on behaviors rather than results. For example, committing to reading just 5 minutes a day feels easier than deciding to become a book reader. Each time you complete a task without procrastination, reinforce your new identity by telling yourself, "This is what disciplined people do. I am a disciplined person." Many of us set overly ambitious plans when we want to make a change. For example, we decide to study 5 hours a day or work out 2 hours daily. However, after a few days, our motivation fades and we return to procrastination. The solution? Create small but consistent habits. Start with the smallest possible step. If you want to work out, do just one push-up. If you want to read, start with just one page. Use the 2-minute rule. Tell yourself, "I'll focus on this task for just 2 minutes." Once you start, you'll likely continue. Attach new habits to existing routines. For example, after brushing my teeth, I will work on my project for 10 minutes. Why does this work? Because our brain resists sudden changes, but gradual changes are easier to adopt and sustain. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is the lack of a concrete plan. We often say, "I'll do it someday," but that someday never comes. How to solve this? Use the if-then technique. If it's 8 a.m., then I will work on my project for 15 minutes. If I wake up, then I will exercise for 5 minutes. If I check my phone, then I must read 2 pages of a book. Why does this work? Because it sets a specific time for the task, making it less likely to be forgotten. Also, it helps integrate tasks seamlessly into your daily routine. One of the best ways to overcome procrastination is to develop a strong connection with your future self. Many of us delay tasks because we don't fully understand their long-term impact. A simple exercise to strengthen this connection. Close your eyes and visualize your future. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. If you develop the habit of getting things done on time, how will your future look? Now, imagine the opposite scenario. If you continue procrastinating, what will happen? What opportunities will you miss? The result? When your brain sees the impact of procrastination on your future, it will naturally be more motivated to take action. One major cause of procrastination is that our mind is overloaded with useless information. We spend hours scrolling through social media, reading negative news, and consuming content that does nothing for our growth. How to fix this? Filter your mental inputs. Spend less time on distractions and more time on learning and self-improvement. Change your social circle. If you're surrounded by people who normalize procrastination, you're more likely to procrastinate as well. A challenge for today: make a list of your mental inputs, social media, news, entertainment, and analyze. Which ones help you grow? Which ones waste your time? One of the most effective ways to stay motivated and avoid procrastination is tracking your progress. Simple ways to do this: use a checklist. Write down 3 key tasks each day and mark them as completed. Record your progress. Keep a journal to track your improvements and reflect on your journey. Use habit tracking apps. Apps like Habitica or Todoist can help you monitor your habits and stay accountable. Why does this work? Because seeing progress makes you feel successful, and that motivates you to keep going. Procrastination is not just a bad habit. It's a mindset that needs to change. By shifting your identity, building small habits, using practical techniques, and tracking progress, you can eliminate procrastination for good. Now that you've learned these strategies, which one will you try today? What's your first step toward overcoming procrastination? I look forward to reading your thoughts.